In fact, let's start this big story with developments taking place in Pakistan. According to several reports, the Jaish-e-Mohammed's Markaz Subhanallah headquarters in Bahawalpur has been fully restored 15 months after it was damaged in India's Operation Sindoor strikes. Now, reports are claiming that the facility was rebuilt with 25 crore Pakistani rupees in funding, including 11 crore Pakistani rupees for the central hall, with reconstruction, domes and refurbished infrastructure taking place. Now, this development has renewed allegations of Pakistani state support for UN designated terror group. In fact, I will be joining in by my colleague Ajay Jandial, but this is a big development that we are tracking, as we are now hearing that refurbishment and renovation of this particular facility in Bahawalpur. Remember, this is the very facility that was struck by India's military in the precision strikes that it carried out during Operation Sindoor. You can see the debilitating state of affairs with that facility, but now it has changed as Pakistan continues its state-sponsored terrorism and backing this particular UN-proscribed outfit, which is Jaish-e-Mohammed. And now we are hearing that dome and central halls have been refurbished in the latest development. In fact, crores of funding has been given to this particular building for its reconstruction. What we are hearing is that this has been fully restored after Operation Sindoor. So, of course, Pakistan continues to be at it, giving its backing to the terrorist organization Jaish-e-Mohammed. In fact, I'm being joined by a special guest, Group Captain UK Devnath, defense expert, to get his insights in this particular development. Group Captain, my simple question, it seems like Pakistan has not learned any lessons that India has taught it during Operation Sindoor.
Definitely, Pakistan military knows that in its long, low-intensity conflict with India, it needs all the terrorist groups in Pakistan to help aid Pakistan army. Therefore, behind the scene, it continues to give huge amount of training, war material, funding, and most important, patronage to all these terror groups. This particular facility of JM was being used in Bahawalpur by Jaish leadership to motivate very, very young, impressionable minds and launch them for a mission against India. During Operation Sindoor, our Sukhoi 30s launched BrahMos missile and damaged it successfully. Fact remains that it was known that Pakistan government will rebuild this facility. More important is that we are keeping an eye now that who are the people, who are the Pakistan army and civilian and leadership who visit this facility at Bahawalpur often, because that will give us a clue that after they have a meeting here, then they go back to their home, they go back to their operating areas. So we can trace them, these mischievous elements, their movement once they come to Bahawalpur. So our intelligence agencies are keeping a very close, sharp eye on VIPs and government elements who visit this particular facility, and where do they live, where do they go, and whom are they giving patronage.
Absolutely, yes. Group Captain. In fact, we are not going to let our guards down this time around. And of course, this will be closely tracked, because let's not forget that Masood Azhar's entire family was wiped out. In fact, he gave warnings to India, but to no avail, because of course, India stands by its stance, which is it is not going to tolerate the Pakistan country, which is a state sponsor of terrorism. So, of course, it seems like Pakistan is completely outrightly backing JEM chief Masood Azhar.
Pakistan military treats these terrorist groups as their long-time strategic asset. What we learned after Sindoor, that we have to continuously monitor this terrorist group. We have to continuously monitor their launch pad. Where do they keep their arms? Where do they keep their funding? Who is funding them? Many of these groups are being funded by ISI, but surprisingly, some of these groups do get their funding from West Asian countries through Hawala. So, financial tracking traceability is also being used as an option by Indian agencies. Reserve Bank of India, Ministry of Finance also tries to find out who in Gulf countries is funding these agencies. You see, fund is one part of it. Second part is these people, they go around various madrasas. Madrasas are small religious schools located in far-flung, small townships, big villages, where young boys, just aged 12 years, 14 years, 16 years, are identified as potential cannon feed to be trained and convert them into a human being by the time they are 18 years old, so that in case of a skirmish with India, these misguided youth who have been converted into a human bomb can be utilized against India, especially inside Jammu and Kashmir. Yes.
Absolutely, Group Captain. In fact, continue to stay with us. We are also being joined by another guest, Colonel T.P. Tyagi, defense expert, who is joining us to get us his perspective on this. Colonel, of course, whenever we see these visuals, it reminds us of the very statement that Prime Minister Narendra Modi said in his address after Operation Sindoor was conducted, where he said that blood and water cannot flow together. Now, of course, it seems like Pakistan is backing the terrorist group completely. We have time and again seen how Pakistan's top army officials are also being clicked in pictures with top terrorists as well in Pakistan. So clearly it seems like Pakistan is providing the backing to these terror groups, and to no avail, because India will be keeping a close eye and surveillance in this particular area.
Yeah, you are right, dear. Blood and water cannot go together. That was in connection with Indus Water Treaty, putting in abeyance. In this case, Prime Minister Modi said that terror and talks, they cannot go together. Terror is continuous from Pakistan. But the lesson given to Pakistan was that terror strikes will no more be accepted now onwards. Every attack will be given immediate reply. This was the point. That is, we will not wait for surgical strike, we will go for quick strike. Now what has happened is that when Markaz Subhanallah was demolished, that structure has been rebuilt. With its dome, perfectly nice dome has been rebuilt, the concrete structures have been erected, and the reinforcement has been done. It has been painted nicely. It appears as if it was not destroyed at all. Why? This is just to raise the morale of the fighters of Jaish-e-Mohammed, because the attack was so severe that 14 members of the family of Muhammad Masood Azhar, they were killed, and he was crying at that time, why I am alive, I ought to have died in this. But because the senior army officers were seen in the last rites of those terrorists who were killed, that gave an idea that they will rebuild it. They gave 14 crore at that time, and probably 11 crore later on, 25 crore. What it shows, that in other countries, the terrorists build their camp. But in Pakistan, it is the government which builds their camp. And government, by building their camp, has raised their morale to such an extent that Jaish-e-Mohammed is now reorganizing. It has already reorganized. Not only reorganized, it has expanded, in the sense that now children, as Devnath was saying, children are also included. Not only children, the ladies are also included. They are being taught. Special classes are being taken. We have seen some of the examples. They have given the objective of creating a similar network in India. So India has to be very careful now onwards. Our National Security Advisor and our all senior officials have already conveyed to Pakistan that now anyone who supports the terrorist will also be taken as a terrorist. This is one thing. Second thing, we will not wait for the surgical strike. We will take immediate action. Because of these two actions, you will see that in the last few months, there have been hardly any attack from the Pakistan side. And now,
Colonel,
in
hold your
spite-
thoughts. In fact, I would like to give more information